When the armies returned to the battlefield after the first day, one truth was clear. This war would not be won by courage alone. Kurukshetra was too vast, the armies too large, the stakes too high. Victory would belong to those who understood strategy. Both sides were not just gathering warriors, they were assembling systems of war. Each army was divided into units: infantry, cavalry, chariots, and war elephants. Every group had a purpose. Every movement had consequences. The battlefield itself became a weapon. At the heart of ancient Indian warfare was the vyuha, a battle formation designed not just to fight, but to control space, movement, and morale. Formations were living structures. They advanced, shifted, and adapted. When used correctly, they could overwhelm even superior numbers. The Kauravas understood this well. They had the advantage of numbers, and they placed their most experienced commanders at the center of their strategy. Among them stood Bhishma, a legend even before the war began. Bhishma was unmatched in experience. He had fought generations of battles. He understood not just how to attack, but how to endure. Under his command, the Kauravas relied on defensive strength. Their lines were deep, their formations designed to absorb pressure rather than rush forward blindly. Opposite them stood the Pandavas, outnumbered, surrounded by veterans, yet far from unprepared. The Pandavas relied on mobility and precision. Their commanders favored flexible formations, units that could strike quickly, retreat, and reposition. They understood that breaking the enemy's structure mattered more than killing individual warriors. At the center of their strategy stood Arjuna, not just a warrior, but a tactical weapon. Arjuna's role was not to charge blindly. It was to target key points, commanders, chariot leaders, critical formations. His arrows were meant to disrupt, not merely destroy. As the days progressed, formations grew more complex. Circular formations were used to protect commanders, wedge formations to pierce enemy lines, layered defenses to trap advancing units. But the most feared formations were the chakras, rotating battle structures designed to confuse and isolate the enemy. Once caught inside, escape became nearly impossible. The most infamous of these was the chakra vyuha, a formation so complex that entering was easier than leaving. It demanded perfect coordination and timing. Only a few warriors truly understood its design, and that imbalance would later lead to tragedy. Another key element of Kurukshetra was the daily command structure. Each day, a new supreme commander was chosen. Strategy shifted with leadership. Formations changed. Momentum swung. After Bhishma fell, command passed to Drona, a master tactician. Under Drona, the battlefield became more aggressive. Complex traps replaced defensive endurance. The goal shifted from holding ground to forcing decisive breakthroughs. War elephants were used as shock weapons. Their charge could collapse infantry lines instantly. But they were unpredictable. Once wounded or panicked, elephants could devastate friend and foe alike. Cavalry units exploited gaps created by these charges. speed became critical. A delay of seconds could mean encirclement. Chariots served as mobile command centers. From them, warriors could strike, withdraw, and reposition rapidly. Control of chariot lanes often determined which side dictated the flow of battle. But Kurukshetra was not a static chessboard. Every day, strategies adapted. Formations that succeeded one day failed the next. Counter formations emerged. New tactics were invented in real time. The battlefield became a laboratory of war. Yet strategy alone could not eliminate chaos. Dust obscured vision. Noise drowned commands. Fear disrupted discipline. Even the most brilliant formation could collapse if morale broke. And morale was tested constantly. Warriors fought knowing they might face loved ones. Commanders gave orders that sent thousands to their deaths. Every decision carried moral weight. This was not distant warfare, it was personal. As days passed, the battlefield itself changed. Trenches formed where bodies fell. Paths emerged where chariots had charged repeatedly. The land remembered the war. By the Middle Days, exhaustion shaped strategy as much as intellect. Formations became tighter, movements more cautious. Every commander knew the same truth. One mistake could decide everything. Kurukshetra was not won by a single formation, or a single weapon, or a single hero. It was shaped by adaptation. Those who learned survived longer. Those who refused to change vanished. And beneath all strategy lay a deeper reality. No formation could protect against destiny. In the next episode, we will follow the legendary warriors themselves, their duels, their choices, and the moments where individual decisions shattered Ent.